started thinking about COYA in 1997, but the first event was actually held in 2000.
We were put up in a team. I was one of the members of the team. I remember I designed the framework of the team, of the tool for assessing the companies, and other members were also asked to contribute. Finally, the tool was developed, it went through scrutiny, it was approved, and we pick up a team of what we can call evaluators, assessors. And then we started the marketing, and companies enrolled.
I was in part of the original team that developed COYA in the year 2000. And we used 2 awards which were already existing, the Malcolm Baldrige Award in the US and the European Quality Award. We used them as the foundation, and we knew it was going to take a while for it to stabilize.
The first 2 years, we entered into an agreement with the Media Owners Association because we knew that the media owners were proper, they were vital to the success of COYA. And we did not want to approach one single media house, because if you approach one media house, then the other media houses are going to support their own individual awards. So you are going to have a proliferation of awards. What we wanted to do is have one major award, which is supported by all the media houses, and then they report on it. And I was able to get an agreement from them for 2 years that they will support COYA without any charge.
For 10 years, the Kenya Institute of Management has assessed various companies in Kenya through the annual Company of the Year Awards and the KABA Awards. These awards have not just been achieved for the sake of it. It has been a journey filled with milestones that have impacted on organizations that have participated.
One of the major milestones is the development and the deployment of the Organizational Performance Index, because it is informed by the so many years experience of the COYA, of the award. That I would single it as the greatest achievement of all, because in Kenya now we can boast of an excellence model that is not only going to be deployed in Kenya but to the entire continent. 2 is the companies that are proud to be associated with the whole process and the good ambassadors of excellence as a process. The companies that have been able to embrace the COYA, the KABA over the years, and they have great fruits to show for that.
Association as Bitco with COYA has been quite beneficial over the last 8 to 10 years when we've been participating. And the main objective has not been winning or awards. It's been continued improvement and create a culture of people saying, I want to benchmark and I want to improve myself. And also being able to say, to see who's where and where are we on the journey to excellence.
We joined KIM and the Company of the Year award scheme in order for us to hold ourselves up to the same standards of leadership, management and excellence as other best performing institutions in the world, whether private or public.
In 2007, KWS went to the catwalk. Of course, there was a lot of trepidation, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. But for me, as a director, I was confident that even if we don't win, we will have then set the baseline for our performance. And then the journey for improvement was to begin from there. By 2007, we had done a lot of improvements. We had already adopted basic things like Kaizen. We had mainstreamed Kaizen principles into the organization. We had done the branding of national parks. That was something new and innovative. Nobody had ever done it like that in the world. So we had done some innovative things, and we knew that if we go to the catwalk, COYA OPI, we will then know where we are by an independent assessor.
The reason we partake in COYA, it's not an opinion. It's not somebody's thinking of an award, and there are many awards which are an opinion or a generality. COYA and OPI, even from the inception and our first participation in 2001, is a physical inspection. Whatever you say yourself documents are checked, processes are checked, and physical inspections take place of all those documents. And subsequent to that, when OPI came in, OPI is a leadership tool which actually gives weightage to different areas of management, and it becomes even more scientific, even more meaningful to go through the OPI process. And to me, if there was one reason why OPI and the participation in COYA is a great tool, is that it actually is a process which is very difficult. You go through it, you have to prepare for it, you have to go through the inspection, and that then leads to what you need to do next.
Perhaps the question that lingers on people's minds after the awards is, what criteria is used in determining the recipients of these awards?
Last year was actually very interesting because for the first time COYA introduced the OPI system, and this was very different from what we had done before. And actually myself, as the OPI champion for Nairobi bottlers, I had to go to extensive 1-week training with the KIM, and in terms of understanding what the OPI model was all about, and in terms of understanding how do we prepare for what they call the self-assessment process. So it was quite a rigorous process than I must say we've ever participated before, because this was more objective. It was a new model. You needed to do self-assessment, and generally there was quite a bit of pre-work to be done before the site assessment. And also it meant that now there were new 7 determinants, which are the areas of focus, where we had to find a sub-champion for each of those determinants. And then now we prepare the self-assessment and then the official site assessment. So it was quite a rigorous journey, and I'm glad, and we're very positive in terms of what we've seen from a financial management side, and we're looking forward even to the same award definitely also this year as well.
Globally, there are 7 determinants that are key in ensuring organizations are defining and executing strategies designed to meet the needs of all stakeholders: leadership and management, human resource focus, customer orientation and marketing, financial management, innovation, technology and information and knowledge management, corporate social responsibility and environment focus, productivity and quality. If well executed, this framework should help organizations improve from the early stages of reacting to problems to the highest levels of organization-wide improvement, refinement and innovation. Let us use the firefighting analogy to illustrate this learning process.
Many organizations, when fire happens, you look for a fire extinguisher. Maybe you might not find it. And when you find it, you go and extinguish the fire. You don't know how many fire extinguishers you need. That one is called reactionary management. And we normally give it a D in OPI. Now, if you go through OPI, you will move from D to C. By C,